Hey you guys, Free Thinking Fairy here, back with your space weather update, February 18th, 2011. Wind speed right now is 415.4 kilometers per second. Density is 0.5 protons. We did get the impact from that CME from the X flare last night. Wind speed was up pretty high, almost at like 500. Yeah, last night at like 11:53 p.m. I wrote all this stuff down. Wind speed was 532.8. Protons were 7.6. We did have a G1 class storm. G1 is a KP index of 5. It's a minor storm. Weak power grid fluctuations can occur, minor impact on satellites, migratory animals are affected. We do usually have quite a few of these, definitely be expecting more. Anyway, it did spark some auroras. I think probably have quite a few more over the next day or two. They said that the storm had subsided, but winds were still floating around out there. Yeah, solar wind continues to swirl around Earth, so stay tuned for those if you live up there. Other than that, we did have another M6 flare, which was almost another X flare, and it was not from this big guy over here. It was from 1161, the one that I've been keeping an eye on. If it'll load up. There you go. So that one has given us an M6 flare. That was at 10:11 Universal Time, February 18th. We did have another M1. Those are Earth directed, but there was no CME to go with it, so we shouldn't be hit too bad from it. And we still have 30% for mid-latitude active weather, 35% for high latitudes. So they're still expecting a good bit to be going on up there. As far as our earthquakes go, alright, here you go guys. Let me refresh this and get it to pop back up. I know it timed out. And this is on Intellicast, their little interactive weather map. They got a little earthquake. Give it back. There we go. Alright. I did finally go check USGS. I spent forever looking through their earthquake list. On this map, for Intellicast, and also for our Earthquake 3D, I counted 29 earthquakes since the 14th. Since February 14th, 2011, there were 29 earthquakes. It's on my Earthquake 3D. I did not count all the ones on Intellicast. It's kind of hard unless you like scroll in, and yeah, they kind of like stick them on top of each other, so it makes them a little hard to count. But they do have quite a few listed for all of this. Now, they had the 4 points. Yeah, they have 4.7 on this map. They did not have a 4.7 on USGS. They did not have a 4.7 listed on my Earthquake 3D. The highest one they have listed is the 4.1. Also, I have up on this map 3.8 and a 3.6 yesterday in Yellowstone in Wyoming. They've got a couple of small ones, 1.5 today. I think that's the same ones, 3.8, 3.6. So you've got those right there. And then these little guys over here in North Carolina, we got a 2.3 and a 2.2. I did not see those on the USGS, nor are they on my Earthquake 3D. Now, I did go check USGS. I looked at the 1 magnitude and greater list for the past 7 days. There are a couple on here, maybe like 3 or 4, and man, it takes forever to scroll down this thing to find them. There are like maybe 3 or 4 for Yellowstone, but all of them were registering like a 1.3, 1.7, you know, really small ones, and the ones on here are 3.8. So this is the only map I have showing that there are any significant earthquakes going on in Yellowstone. Like I said, my Earthquake 3D does not show either one of those. It hasn't, and it's registering. There's a 5.1 over here in Baja, California. That popped up on all 3 maps. So I know they're linked. I know there shouldn't be any problem with it keeping up with what's going on. I mean, I keep updating this thing to make sure I've got everything listed, but like I said, nothing here in Yellowstone. There were even a couple in Montana that it had listed on USGS, nothing on here. Those ones in North Carolina aren't here either. But this is an impressive swarm that we've got kicking in Arkansas. 29. I thought that was just crazy. But nothing big. I actually haven't seen any more in Arkansas. No, wait, I take that back. They did have 4.0, 4.1. That was today. So, they're still popping off up there. And just some little ones in Yellowstone, but that was a 1.5, and then they get excited about. So as far as I know, if you're keeping up with the earthquakes, I'd keep up with Intellicast. That's the only one I've seen that actually has all of them there. Like I said, I don't know why they're not listing them on USGS. I've checked the +1 in the past 7 days. I checked, hang on, let me get to it. You go to their current earthquake list. It's all the earthquakes magnitude 2.5 or greater in the US and 4.5 or greater for the rest of the world for the last 7 days. None of those 3.8s from Yellowstone are on this list. I looked over it carefully. You can look over it. Let me know if you find it. I would love to know. I would love to go see it for myself. So let me know if you do find it on here. I sure haven't. This is the list where I counted all 29 in Arkansas. All 29 of them are there. So either they're purposely not putting it up or they're glitching like crazy, because some of them are coordinated with all 3 maps, and then some of them just aren't there. So anyway, I'll keep you guys updated as far as our space weather. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot going on. Wind speeds have died back down. They were like 530 something just a little while ago, and now they're back down to 415, so I think things are kind of settling down up there. So hopefully no major problems expected. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Stay free, keep thinking, peace and love.